Hey THP family, welcome to part 2 of our 6-part series where we're talking about 52. Last week we kind of explained what the overall series is all about. However, today we're going to start talking about the phases. There are 3 phases to 52. So what does phase 1 look like? How can you walk it out in your life? What will this maybe stir up in you? Well, you're about to find out in this conversation between Pastor Scott and I.
52 days. There's a lot happening that we have kind of planned out.
Right.
We've broken them to 3 phases, 21 days, and then a 10-day, I'd call it like the last sprint marathon, you know? So what happens in this first 21 days are about to take place?
Yeah, so starting today, we are, number one, we're taking a pause on social media.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. Just take
Some of
a
them
breath.
are watching it on social media right now.
Take a breath. Take a breath. When we talk about social media, we're talking about, your personal social media. We're not talking about all online things because we know that people use it for work.
Mm-hmm.
We know that people use it for communication.
Mm-hmm.
When I say communication, I'm not talking about memes and the latest this and this. I'm not talking about all that.
Right.
I'm just talking about, taking a pause. And so we are encouraging people that if you have to use it for work, man, take like 2 blocks of 30-minute time spans a day and use it for those means. If you have to communicate with somebody through that means, use it for that. Of course, we're going to have stuff on the church page, but we're not necessarily seeing that. When I say social media, I'm like talking the back and forth and just kind of just staying on it and scrolling.
The constant feed that just
Yeah,
man.
man. Just take a pause from that and don't open it up to see what somebody's eating for lunch, or whatever. It's like take a pause.
Right.
Like just pause.
Right.
For 21 days.
Yeah.
And then what we're also doing starting today is we're reading a chapter of John, which is 21 chapters.
Right.
For 21 days. We're reading the book of John. So our first 21 days, we're pausing social media.
Right.
And then we are also reading the book of John as a whole community.
All right. So why John? Why are we looking at John? We've been in 1 John.
Yeah.
What's happening with John in the healing place?
Well, it's not just the healing place. It's like since we've started this journey, it's like all of a sudden we're getting all these things where even individuals that we know are like, God told me 2 months ago to start reading the book of John, or even one of my friends that they had this kind of idea for 52 days. Theirs was, we're going to read the book of John.
Right.
Then that afternoon, after I heard that, there's another church in Texas. A friend of mine was like, hey, we're going to go through the book of John. I was like, whoa, like what is going on?
Right.
But I think it goes back to what we've been talking about in our online broadcast as well.
Right.
John knew how to lean in.
Yeah.
Like he knew how to lean into Jesus, like to lean in, to take a step, to have a passion and a love and a focus on Jesus, to lean into that. And when you read the book of John, it is a bit different than the other Gospels.
It absolutely is.
There is an intimacy to it.
There's a closeness.
Yeah, there is this personal buy-in that is, it's next level. And I really believe that's why God is directing us to the book of John. And just as a plus, moving forward on Sundays, the messages are going to really come from the book of John.
Awesome.
We're going to kind of take that journey and just see where that kind of takes us. So that's kind of why we're reading John. And then the pausing social media is just to get rid of some of the distractions that the enemy would try to distract us from, and then leaning more into God with that extra time.
That sounds great. So we're first 21 days, we're taking a pause from social media. Again, if you got to work, do your thing, but it's a matter of staying focused. So we're removing those distractions, but also we're leaning into the Word of God through the book of John.
Yep.
All right, now, is there a translation you want people to read out of, or are we just like, whatever you can read?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you have. People have different things. Some people, King James Version, some people, New King James, it varies. I would say to not lean into the paraphrase versions.
Right. We're talking the Message, the Living Bible.
Yeah, just not leaning into those paraphrase.
Right.
To really just lean in to the Word of God, not where it's so, I want to be careful here, just where it's so, I don't even know the word I'm looking for.
There are translations that are out there that are so stripped down where to make it just easy for you to understand some basic concepts.
Yeah.
And that's what we were asking people to avoid. Read a translation, an actual translation of the Word of God. I know I read New King James, English Standard Version, and we're not saying this is what you have to do,
Right.
but it's understanding that the Word of God is powerful, and there are people out there who have put out tools to help you understand the Bible, but they maybe left some things out.
Yep.
And they're good tools. But we're asking you guys to lean into the Word of God, the actual Word of God. If you got some Hebrew and Greek, knock it out. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
So we don't really care what you read, basically, is what we're saying. But we're leaning into the Word of God as we read into the book of John.
Hey, thank you so much for watching part 2 of this series where we're talking about 52. Join us tomorrow where we talk about phase 2. If you're watching this on replay later, don't forget that on YouTube there is an entire playlist for you guys to watch this series as it came out. There will be a card in the corner somewhere for you guys to click over to it very easily. And don't forget also, stay connected with us. If you have any questions, maybe some comments, maybe a prayer request, reach out to us at mediahub@thbshreveport.com. So until tomorrow, have a good day.